The following program is rated M for meat.
I'm Ron Fama, meat freak extraordinaire.
Wow.
Oh.
Careful there.
And I'm dedicating this episode to the most important meal of the day, breakfast, and the meat that comes with it. First,
Pigs are flying today in New Orleans.
that's because they're plating up pork in ways you've never dreamed.
Yum.
Then I'm off to Miami for Chinese in the AM.
Never had a breakfast like this. Here I go, man.
Here we go. Come
Here we
on.
go.
And finally, I hit California, where they're taking breakfast beef in a whole new direction.
So you see, it just falls apart.
Holy smokes. Breakfast meats now.
On meat and potatoes.
Is it wrong that I'm having the best time of my life right now? In New Orleans, the party lasts all night, and there's no better way to recover than digging into a hearty country breakfast here at Elizabeth's. When pigs fly, I get hungry.
East of the Big Easy's infamous French Quarter, Elizabeth's restaurant opened in 1998 and has been serving up mouth-watering Cajun classics ever since.
They have all the local, authentic food of New Orleans.
You'll have a dish that you've had 1,000 times before, and when you have it here, it's probably going to be the best version you've ever had.
But the locals are raving about one dish more than any other.
The country breakfast is really good. It's delicious.
The country breakfast is a classic.
When Chef Brian Peck started putting his creative stamp on Elizabeth's cuisine, the restaurant's reputation skyrocketed.
I couldn't help to smell an amazing smoke going on.
We smoke pork loins, hog jows, pastrami's, turkeys.
Let me take a look at that thing.
Let's do it.
The centerpiece of Chef Brian's country breakfast is a tender, juicy pork loin that's smoked on site, down home style.
It's backyard barbecuing in the bayou.
Yeah, backyard barbecue.
What kind of wood are you using?
Pecan.
Pecan.
It's definitely got a great smoke point to it. It's not too hot, and we have plenty of it in Louisiana. We're gonna be doing a Berkshire pork loin.
Brookshire pork is great. High fat content and the amount of flavor coming from this thing, it's a little pricey to be putting on a breakfast plate.
We start with our butt rub. We used to smoke a lot of butts, and that's what we used it for, and it just became an all-purpose seasoning around here. We got salt, brown sugar, garlic powder, black pepper, dried mustard, chili flakes, allspice, and nutmeg.
So there's spice, there's sweet, there's salty, there's all the elements that you like to have when you're smoking something.
Definitely,
All
definitely.
in there. About how long are we gonna smoke it for?
About 2.5 hours,
2.5 hours, not bad.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we can do?
Yeah, we got to make the sausage for the sausage gravy that goes on top.
More breakfast meats?
More breakfast meats.
Yeah.
All right. We're back in the kitchen. It's an old kitchen.
It's well-seasoned kitchen.
Well seasoned, been here over 100 years. We're making a sausage with the Berkshire pork butt. We cube this up and we freeze it slightly so it runs through the grinder a lot easier.
Look at that. You got some lean meat in there, you got some fat. It's gonna make a nice, hearty, scrumptious sausage. Making sausage for gravy. Yum!
Brian seasons the sausage with salt, ground ginger, sage, and white pepper.
Now, why white pepper and not black?
I don't want the specks throughout. you
Okay.
know. We do use a little fresh garlic in this dish. We're gonna mix it up, and when it gets a little bit tacky, we'll add some ice water to it to make sure that the sausage stays moist throughout.
Next, we fry up the sausage and combine it with homemade gravy, which is gonna soak up all that flavor. Now it's time for our pork loin to come out of the smoker.
Oh wow, look at the dramatic color on it. Just from that heat and the caramelization of that sugar we put on there.
That's right.
This is what most people are doing for entrees and barbecue shops and stuff. You're doing this for breakfast?
We do this for breakfast.
It's amazing. Can I try a little piece here?
Sure.
Wow. Mustard powder is there. The spice from the red pepper flake, great. But the pecan wood stands out. It's got a unique nutty smoke to it.
As if that's not enough meat for breakfast, Chef Brian also serves a side of praline bacon.
Pralines, that's New Orleans history.
Definitely.
What is a praline?
Praline is brown sugar and pecans and butter. Start by blanching the bacon off in the oven. We add pralines to the top of it, put it back in the oven, bake it till it caramelizes to perfection, pull it out. Praline bacon.
Almost looks like a creme brulee on top of that thing.
There you go.
Wow. Unbelievable flavor. I'm getting a side of these.
Chef Brian puts my country breakfast together by slicing the smoked pork loin, frying a couple of eggs sunny side up, adding cheese grits, and smothering the dish with our homemade sausage gravy. I can't wait to dig in.
Chef, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'd love to talk, but I'm getting down. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Breakfast meat's probably one of my favorite things. That pork is so juicy from the butt rub that we added. It's got a nice, great bark on the outside that's smoky, yet it's juicy in the middle.
I really do love the country breakfast.
It's delicious. The gravy is velvety. The addition of the sausage, homemade sausage at that, with the ginger, it's got a little spice to it. The sage gives it that traditional sausage gravy taste. The grits kind of tone it down and give it this creaminess that you're looking for. It's got some cheese in there. The egg is cooked perfectly. Praline bacon.
Let's try it. Delicious.
Smoky, salty, sweet from the brown sugar, nutty from the pecans. Absolutely phenomenal. You haven't had nothing until you've had praline bacon. Chef Brian really knows what he's doing with the pork loin. Thank you, Elizabeth, for satisfying my breakfast meat craving.
Coming up,
Look at that.
I take it down to Florida to learn the secret behind a Chinese restaurant's most popular breakfast dish.
Meat for breakfast.
And later,
Hey, buddy, can I cut?
we check out an LA eatery so good, people are lining up in droves to get in.
It's worth the wait.
It is worth the wait. It's breakfast time in Miami, and I'm headed to Tropical Chinese Restaurant, where they're serving up some of the best meaty dim sum in the city. Like Sunday brunch, reinvented.
Tropical Chinese Restaurant is located in Miami's Westchester neighborhood. But people come all the way from Asia to check out the dim sum, which starts at breakfast time and goes all day long.
We come once a week at least, sometimes twice or three times. Tropical Chinese does have the best dim sum that I've experienced here in Miami.
Dim sum is a Cantonese tradition that features sweet and savory snacks served from a cart that comes to your table, like shrimp dumplings, Chinese broccoli, and orange peel beef.
Orange peel beef is very nice, very sweet, and very tender.
你把它这个拿去给他那个小姐在那边拍照。
Owner Mei Yu oversees a team of highly trained chefs that whip up 60 to 100 dim sum choices each day.
And this is authentic. This is the real deal.
This is as authentic as you get in Hong Kong and China. It's all homemade.
What does it mean, dim sum?
Dim sum literally in Chinese means little morsels that touch the heart. It's meant for sharing.
Oh,
Yes.
what's your favorite thing on the menu?
The barbecue pork bun is a must-have. It's a pastry, it's a nice little bun, and inside's nice, juicy, delicious pork.
You sold me at pork bun.
The first step to making these little heart-touching morsels is prepping a batch of the restaurant's sweet homemade dough.
First, you have to put in the butter, eggs, sugar, flour, evaporated milk, and then yeast and water. You mix it in the mixer until the dough is nice and smooth and shiny. Then you leave it in the mixer to rise for about an hour. And this is the pork that's gonna go into the bun.
And who's this?
This is Chef Lee.
Look at this chef coat. You gotta love this chef coat, right? That's the nicest chef coat I've ever seen.
Now we have to do the marination. That's ginger. He's gonna have to pound it, dice it, chop it so that the flavor can go into the loin. So now he's doing the scallion. A little bit of sugar.
And this is gonna help with the caramelizing.
Exactly. A little bit of salt. This is the Chinese Shaoxing red wine. It's a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
And the American cooking wine has a little bit saltiness to it.
Right.
And this is just red coloring.
When you get the ribs and stuff in Chinese restaurant, I always wondered how they get it so red.
There you go. That's our secret. And the hoisin sauce.
Yes.
So kind of gives a smoky flavor. And to mix that, and this is a pork loin.
Pork loin.
That's a loin.
Okay. And it infuses all that, all saturates the pork.
That's right.
How long will this marinate for?
24 hours.
24 hours? And it's
Covered in a refrigerator. Once it's done for 24 hours, you take it out of the fridge and you put it on the skewer.
and we need to let it hang.
Yes, so that the fat can drain out.
Okay.
So get nice, tender, and lean meat at the end.
Is it wrong that I'm having the best time of my life right now? Never had a breakfast like this. Here I go, man.
Here we go, come
Here we
on.
go.
1, 2. Get in there.
Oh, look at that. How long does it cook for?
It's gonna start in high heat, about 400, for about 2 hours. Then you turn it to about 350 for another half an hour to an hour. Take it off the racks.
That's sexy. I love skewered meat.
We love meats.
Wow. It's amazing. Great flavor. I do taste the wine. The hoisin sauce makes it sweet. Very, great barbecue pork. So good.
Up next,
He's a machine. You're a maniac.
the buns get stuffed, and so do I.
It's like a donut and some barbecue pork combined.
And the meat just keeps coming at this dim sum diner.
I'm afraid to mess it up because it's so beautiful.
And then I'm off to the West Coast, where they've got a completely different take on what's for breakfast.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be messy. Stay tuned for more meaty breakfast on Meat Potatoes.
It's breakfast time in Miami, and I'm at Tropical Chinese Restaurant, getting the secrets behind their dim sum top seller, a bite-sized bun stuffed with barbecue pork.
Hey!
Wow,
Oh,
careful there.
Using a traditional Chinese chopping block, we first prepare the pork filling by cutting it into slices, then dicing it into chunks.
And put it in the bowl,
Okay.
and then mix it with the homemade binder. What makes it gelatiny is cornstarch and flour.
okay. And it will melt when it heats, so it's gonna be gooey deliciousness in your mouth.
Right.
And now we need to put it in a bun, right?
Yep, we're gonna be making our bun.
All right.
We're gonna be taking the dough from the mixer.
We're flattening it out. We're gonna make one giant meat bun right here. How many does this make?
420. We're gonna cut into pieces, and
Right.
we're gonna roll it with our hands in a round motion.
This is harder than it looks. This is very difficult. There's a science to this.
So flatten it, make it like a little pouch. Then we're gonna fill it.
Filling it. How fun is this?
Then we're gonna knead them together.
He's a machine. You're a maniac. There's not even a machine that can do this.
No,
You have
not
to
this
do it by
way.
hand. These are incredibly difficult. Now we bake them?
275 for 25 minutes.
So after they're baked,
We're gonna have to give it a shining coating from an egg wash. Egg yolk and sugar. You mix it together and you wash it over the buns.
I'm starved. I can't wait. What is another favorite?
Orange peel beef.
Let's check it out.
We start with thin sliced flank steak, marinated in rice wine, salt, sugar, 5-spice, chicken bouillon, onions, and orange peel. Plus egg and cornstarch to tenderize the beef.
And now we're gonna put the beef into the wok and flash fry it.
Are we using vegetable oil?
Vegetable oil. It's gonna be crispy on the outside but tender inside because we
Okay.
tenderized it.
Beautiful.
And then you take it out and then put in scallion, ginger, red pepper, garlic, orange peel.
So the orange is immediately there. It's like an orange blossom. I smell. It smells delicious.
So while in the pan, we put in a sauce made from hoisin sauce, vinegar, soy sauce, and sugar. And then you toss back in the beef.
That sauce is amazing. Smells very sweet. This is breakfast.
Chef plates the dish on a stunning bed of orange and tomato slices, and tops it all off with sesame seeds.
I love this, but I need to check out the barbecue pork buns.
Let's go get a seat.
All right.
You mind if I share my dim sum experience with you folks?
Dig in and have a good time.
Dig in and have a good time. That's what I like to hear.
That's it.
Let's try pork bun.
Not amazing? Out of this world.
It's like a donut and some barbecue pork combined. The dough, soft, sweet. It's a perfect, beautiful little vessel to hold this chopped barbecue pork. The meat, you can taste some ginger, scallions. I've got all kinds of different flavors going on in there. Basically, you've got your meal right here. It's meat and bread. How can you not love it for breakfast? Let's try this beautiful orange peel beef.
Look at the presentation.
Yeah, I'm afraid to mess it up because it's so beautiful. It's so tender, using a flank steak. What I love about it is the sauce is coated onto the meat. The hoisin sauce makes it so rich, smooth, big chunks of orange peel.
Has a little bang at the end, right?
This sauce is spicy. I love it. Tropical Chinese restaurant. It's dim sum utopia. This is my new favorite way to eat breakfast.
Yes, through a great day.
Right
Cheers.
there. Happy brunch.
Happy brunch.
Yum yum dim sum.
Coming up,
Nicely done.
Thank you.
I take it to LA, where they're dishing out a bowl full of breakfast meat more than 24 hours in the making.
She just nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. It's early in the morning and I'm starved. I can't wait to head inside the Huckleberry Bakery and Cafe here in Santa Monica, California, because I heard these guys are serving brisket for breakfast.
As a general rule of thumb, if a restaurant is packed to the rafters, it's probably good. And that's certainly the case here at Huckleberry Cafe, where they've been doing breakfast right since 2009.
Meat for breakfast. You're eating a turkey meatball sandwich for breakfast?
It's so good, I just can't change it up. This is the first time I've been to Huckleberry's. It has great blog reviews, and as soon as we showed up, there's a line out the door, so we knew we were somewhere good.
Hey buddy, can I cut? Look at the line, it's ridiculous.
I know, it's worth the wait.
It is worth the wait?
Yeah.
Husband and wife team Zoe Nathan and Josh Loeb are Santa Monica natives who own and operate the cafe.
With the apron, it looks like she does most of the cooking around here. Is that right?
Zoe's the chef, I
All
take
of it?
care of the front.
I have a little less of a hand now that I have Milo.
Milo. Tell me about the menu a little bit.
We do a prosciutto and Gruyere croissant. We do a maple bacon biscuit. We have a great brisket hash.
Want to check it out? I want to check it out.
We got
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Come.
All right.
The dish Zoe's about to make features beef brisket. It's a tougher cut of meat found below the first 5 ribs and is typically tenderized by cooking it slow.
First thing we do is make the rub.
Okay, let's rub this meat.
First you take salt,
All right.
pepper, and brown sugar.
It's gonna give this a nice color, right? Because of the brown sugar?
Mhm.
So there's some spice, the red pepper flake chilies.
And then just a
and
little cinnamon.
Cinnamon, great.
That's it.
So this rub is basically going to cure it?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm giving this brisket a massage,
There you
a
go.
rub. Breakfast of champions.
And then we put it in the fridge. We let this sit overnight.
See you tomorrow, buddy. One day. One day.
After chilling overnight, we put the brisket into a 500-degree oven to create a crispy outer layer or bark.
How long about?
For me in this kitchen, we have a rule. We don't give times. So you smell it and you look at it. You want to get it to the like, oh no, I got it too dark phase.
Yes.
We don't use timers.
That's crazy. That's the first. I smell something.
See, there you
Is it ready? I smell the red chili flakes. Wow, look at that. Brown. Yeah, I can see what you're saying about dark. This would not have gotten this color without the brown sugar. It looks great.
While the meat cools, Zoe makes a braising sauce by rough chopping carrots and onions, sauteing them with garlic, fresh thyme, and red wine, then simmering everything with tomatoes.
So now we're gonna put this in here. We'll just make sure that we have all this covered. Put parchment paper and then tin foil,
Yeah.
and that'll keep it really moist and keep all of the good stuff in. And we're gonna put it in the oven, 250, 275 for about 6 to 8 hours, till it's nice and soft.
You smell for it, or do we set a timer?
No, you just know. You just know.
A few hours later, and the kitchen is filled with an incredible aroma. And there is no question this bad boy is ready. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be messy.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
So you see, it just falls apart.
Holy smokes. I gotta try a piece. Wow, that's delicious. The rub on this is great. I get the subtleness from the cinnamon. It's a little spicy. It's perfect. Try some. Zoe completes my breakfast with potatoes sauteed in rosemary and butter. Then adds brisket, sauce, 2 fried eggs, and arugula. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Bye, Milo. What are you waiting for?
I have a fried egg sandwich coming out.
Yeah?
Really excited about that.
Yum.
Delicious.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
So this is brisket with 2 eggs on top. I gotta try this. It's a lot of time in this for a breakfast thing.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's really, really amazing beef. Look at that piece of meat.
Huge.
In the hash. Falls apart in your mouth. When you're braising something for this long, all these key ingredients kind of mesh together. She just nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Now I'm gonna taste it with the egg and the arugula. Rich, robust, earthy flavors, nice, bright, yolky egg, right? Mm-hmm. Peppery arugula, all goes together.
Yep.
The breakfast potatoes are soft. I'm gonna need a nap after this. Beautiful breakfast with meat. Got anything on my face?
No, you're good.
You good?